Hey, how you doing? My name is Rob, and I want to do a little reveal for you tonight, or a little review, if you will, of the Smove. It is the smartphone and action cam stabilizer, and this is actually the Smove Pro. There are two different versions out there right now. You have the Smove and then the Smove Pro. Obviously, tonight we're going to be talking about the Smove Pro. So let's get into it, shall we? So, like the packaging is really cool, nice and clean. You get a little instruction booklet. It's almost like an IKEA booklet. There's not a whole lot to it, just a few pages. You might need a magnifying glass to be able to read that. I don't know if you can, but I had a little bit difficult time. Could be the age. But anyways, the Smove itself looks really nice. I was actually surprised with the weight of it. It's actually a pretty decent weight. It's not flimsy. Some of the other gimbals I've messed with have been really flimsy and tinkery. This is pretty solid. So in the box, of course, you get your Smove Pro. You also get, this is your counterweight or counterbalance weight. And that is if you're using a large phone or say a 7 Plus or a 6S Plus that has a case on it, it's got a lot of weight, that Smove's going to have to do a lot of work to be able to keep balanced. This guy here will be your friend. Charging cable. And this little guy right here, this is actually pretty important. You want to keep a hold of this. This is your connection for your GoPro. If you have a GoPro, you know what this is all about right here. You've probably got about 20 of these things laying around. But let's take a look what's in here. So this little piece right here, see the screw hole there? That is going to, what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece here off using this screw. And then this guy screws on the end here. So, and then as you recognize here, this is your, you can use any type of the GoPro holders, brackets, whatever. So, anyway, you have that option, but don't lose this. Now, let's get to the Smove itself. I have seen a few reviews out on YouTube already about the Smove, and they haven't been all good. And I have to laugh a little bit, not at you. Sorry if you're watching this and you've already made a video. I apologize, I'm not laughing at you, but I did take the time to do some research and take a look at how to make the Smove work before I even messed with it. So let's take a look at a couple different things. Number one, how about let's make sure that it's charged all the way. This little button right here, when you first plug it in, and you plug it in via mini USB right here, or actually micro USB. And that is going to plug in. This is going to turn red, this little light right here, and it'll probably be about 3 or 4 hours before it turns blue. So please make sure all the instructions, even if you go to Smove Pro or smove.com, whatever it is, the link will be down below here. It'll be the link for the official instructions, but do make sure that it is charged all the way. You do want to make sure of that. So the second thing is, I'm noticing that there are people that are not balancing your Smove before you start. And it's not a balancing of the Smove itself, it's balancing of your phone. The holder itself for your phone actually expands pretty well. It's pretty nice, I like it. It's pretty doggone strong too. So it'll be wide enough to be able to cover your 7 Pluses. I think the Samsung Note 8 was just released today, or just announced today, something along those lines. But me being an Apple guy, I've got my old trusty 6 and 6 Plus. I am waiting for the next one. So anyway, the way to be able to line this up, just kind of a rule of thumb, is there should be a small gap in between your phone and the bracket. So you can probably see that little gap right there, and you'll know that it's about level, or balanced I should say, when you can just let go of it and it doesn't go left or right. Let's talk about some of the features of the joystick first before we turn this on. So right up here is going to be the power button. You're going to see that it's going to turn green for a second. So it's a two-stage power button, which I thought was annoying at first, but I've actually come to like it pretty well. You press it once, then you press it again, hold it down for 3 seconds, and then the second green light will come on. Actually, it'll be blue at first, making sure that it balances. It's almost like a self-check type deal, and then it'll turn to a green, a solid green, and then you know that you're ready to shoot. The other thing right here, this is a little joystick, so you can move the Smove up and down, left and right, or actually it's your phone that you're moving. Record button right here. So this is your record button. As long as you have the Smove app open, which I'll open up here in just a second on the phone, you can go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, and it's Smove Pro is what you're going to be looking for. Then the next one here, this is your mode button. I'll explain more about that one we have this turned on. And then this is portrait or landscape mode. So without further ado, let's turn this bad boy on. So like I said, it is a two-stage. You don't have to have it like this. Boy, look at all those fingerprints. You don't have to have this necessarily tilted up, but I'll do it just for the demonstration purposes. So press it once, green light came on, and press and hold, and now we are on. You see that it turned blue, and now we are green. All right, so we are green, we're ready to rock and roll. It's got its bearings about it, if you will. Gyroscopes are all lined up, and we can start filming. So let's turn the Smove app on real quick. Smove Pro, so it is trying to connect, and there we go, we are now connected. So some of the cool features that are on the Smove Pro that I thought was really neat is, let's start here at the top. So this button right here, this will take you from, this is a picture mode, and this will take you to camera mode. Of course, that switches your camera right there, so you can now see the setup. Let's turn that back around. Of course, your record button, but you can also use this record button right here, which honestly is much easier to mess with rather than trying to look away from your shot. Your Bluetooth indicating that your phone and your Smove are connected. This right here will the little picture thing will show you if I can hit it. There we go. It'll show you some of the pictures or video that you've taken earlier in the day. Basically takes you to your camera roll. And then this feature right here, this little feature right here, I got a little bit excited about. So I will show you that here in a minute. You'll want to stay to the end because that button right there is the game changer for any of the other gimbals that I've used before. Of course, there have not been smart gimbals like this, and there are probably others out there. But I saw this on Indiegogo, and for the 150 bucks or whatever it was that I paid, I think it was actually a little less than that back in the early days of supporting it. It actually is pretty cool. So again, we're going to talk about moving this left right, and I'm going to try to move off camera here a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So you see your left right, and then let's focus in on that piece of woodwork right there. So right there we have that piece of woodwork, and what we're going to do is, right now you see that the mode is green. That means that if I turn this up, it'll go up. If I point it down, it'll start to pivot down, pan left, pan right. It'll do basically whatever I want, just makes your movements much smoother. Let's take it to the blue mode, or what we call Yaw Mode. So basically what this is going to do, as you see, it is keeping a level horizontal, horizontal plane. So I can move it back and forth, left and right, but if I start to turn it, it will follow where I'm turning the handle, so I will lose focus or I will lose that piece of woodwork. But let's say that I'm going to do some type of a short video clip or whatever, because I want to highlight that guy. So what I'm going to do is, well, first of all, let's talk about third mode. Third mode, turn red. And so basically what it's going to do at this point in time, no matter whether I turn it up, down, left, right, forward, backwards, whatever, it's going to try to keep all that area within the frame. So that's pretty cool. But let's take it the next step further. So let's hit this little target button and then draw a box around that wood frame, or that piece of woodwork. So now that piece of woodwork is the focal point of what I'm going to shoot. So, and I'm pretty limited here by showing you this on the camera here, but I can move all over and it is going to keep that piece of woodwork in the frame. How cool is that? So that works really well, especially if you're doing some type of a close work, documentary, whatever, some type of, you know, if you're filming people, it works really well. The thing I found that it didn't work so well on, and again, there may be settings in it that I just need to play with, work on, adjust, whatever, is I tried to film my puppy, or actually it's my wife's dog, out in the yard, and she was just too quick, and the gimbal had a tough time just spinning that quickly. Honestly, I would have a difficult time moving my camera that quickly, just watching it through the frame. So anyways, pretty doggone cool, 150 bucks, solid, well built. From everything I can see so far, this guy's a winner. Really, really like it. Tell you what, you tell me what you think on the comments below. Watch the next couple of videos, not the series of video, just stay tuned here, and I'm going to show you some of the video that I took today, focusing in on product, walking down a hallway at work, going across the table at work. That was just real quick handheld stuff. You know, I didn't take a lot of time on this, but my initial reaction to the Smove is pretty doggone awesome. Go to SmovePro.com, I think it is. Anyways, it'll be the link down below. Get yourself one of these. They're awesome. Take the time, balance your Smove, and enjoy it. Have fun.